So yesterday, Warner Brothers officially announced that the Snyder Cut of Justice League will officially be streaming on HBO Max in 2021. So now that we got it, what do we want to see in this new series, since the Snyder Cut will be split into six 35-minute episodes? I actually made up a pretty good list of what I would like to see, and most of the things on my list are doable because Warner Brothers has given Zack Snyder $20 million to finish the cut. Um, and there is time to add a whole lot more new plot and story elements into the film, since only 1/4 of Snyder's original cut made it into the theatrically released movie because of Joss Whedon and Jeff Johns, and due to the fact that he had to leave during filming due to some family tragedy, sadly, of course. And based on some of the concept art that has been leaked by Zack Snyder, we already know we're going to see more of Darkseid and Apocalypse, his home world. I also heard that Zack Snyder plans on having a cameo appear in the new cut, but seeing how the production is about to take off, I bet he could fit in a few more, which I'll get to later, of course. So here are my top 4 ideas on what I'd like to see materialize in Zack Snyder's Justice League. First off, I would really like to see a celebration of sorts to see how the DC EU was supposed to be in the beginning. Because both Zack Snyder and David Ayer, to be fair, were trying to make their movies dark and gritty like the comics were based off of. So the DC movies could be like the yang to Marvel's yin. But Warner Brothers decided to interfere with their creative visions and do a premature course correct to make the DC movies more like the Marvel movies, which I think negatively affected the DCEU. So with this, I really just hope they just give us what Zack Snyder originally promised us. I would also really like to see some cameos because we all love catching cameos, Easter eggs, and stuff like that. It really makes the movie watching experience better knowing that they are setting up more movies and content like that for us to enjoy. And since the Snyder Cut is going to be split into 6 to 35-minute episodes, the more cameos that can be crammed into those episodes, the more people will just want to check in each week. My picks for these cameos would have to be like Granny Goodness and her female Furies from Apocalypse as well, Green Lantern so they complete the first generation Justice League roster, and I honestly think Ryan Reynolds would not mind coming back for that. So I'd actually like him to come back. I also really would like to see Jared Leto's version of Joker with Harley Quinn at least one last time because we never really saw their relationship materialize and then fall apart it was supposed to do, like it did in the comics. And honestly, Warner Brothers did do Jared Leto very dirty. I mean, they cut all of his best scenes out of the Suicide Squad, and then they hired Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker in another movie project without even telling him. Like, they really do owe him a lot, and yeah. We were also supposed to get a sneak peek at Martian Manhunter and Atom, so I'd also like to see that. And I think adding Amanda Waller would work great in the movie considering that she's a part of a secret government organization that kind of knows everything before the Justice League usually does. So I think she'd be the type of person that'd be on top of doing research and like investigating Apocalypse and Darkseid and all that stuff. I would also like to see a little bit more character development like Zack Snyder also promised. Show us why you cast Ezra Miller as the Flash, because we definitely didn't see that potential that Zack probably saw while we were watching Justice League. He was, I think, one of the weakest actors in the film. Give us more Cyborg and Ben Affleck as Batman scenes, because Ben Affleck is still super psyched to be involved in playing the role as Batman, and we all really loved him as Batman and as Bruce Wayne because he was great as the two. I would also like to see Bruce and Diana's relationship handled in a more sophisticated way because they were like very flirtatious in BVS and in like Wonder Woman's in most parts, and I really liked how that was handled. But I think that again, Joss Whedon just botched that in Justice League. And finally, last but not least, I would like to see Superman in his iconic black suit because we already know that they've made it and we already know that Henry Cavill has tried it on, so why not just give it to us now? Also, since Henry Cavill is also rocking his mustache, instead of CGIing it out like they did in the like theatrical released cut, they could glue a beard on him and give him the dark, gritty Superman that we saw in the comics. And also, that's what the type of Superman Zack Snyder promised us. It would also highlight the dark side Henry Cavill brings to the role as Superman, which is why Zack Snyder hired him, and I think that was the path that they were leading him anyway. So again, just this is Warner Brothers' chance to get to make all the fans happy again and give us what we want. So those are my thoughts on Justice League: The Snyder Cut. What do you think? Share your thoughts down below, and don't forget to subscribe to Greyson Talks Everything.